Welcome back to Busted Open.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Paul.
What a magnificent honor for a man who truly deserves it.
I really appreciate his words.
Thank you for carrying him on this show.
My back is tired.
Sir, how may I be of service to you?
You know what? I would really like for you to explain to us all of the things that are going on right now with Brock Lesnar. I mean, it's the world is in an uproar.
Well, Brock Lesnar is stepping into the main event of WrestleMania this Sunday. His contract expires this Sunday. This is classic Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar grew up on a farm in Webster, South Dakota. Brock Lesnar milked the cows at 5 in the morning. Now, at 8 in the morning, he had to get the eggs from the chicken. But he didn't think about going into the chicken coop when he was milking the cows. He accomplished his task. And once he mastered that task, then he went on to the next task, which was getting the eggs from the chicken. Now, when he was getting the eggs from the chickens, he didn't think that at 11 o'clock in the morning, he had to move the hay from the barn to the truck. He accomplished the task of getting the eggs from the chickens. And when he mastered that task, then he moved on to the hay from the barn to the truck. We have a task this Sunday to put on the greatest WrestleMania main event on hopefully the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Once Brock Lesnar is done with that task, we'll address what happens after WrestleMania. But the task at hand is to deliver in this main event with Roman Reigns. You don't want to look beyond that because it's a monumental task. It's a lofty goal to put on the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. And that's Brock's task. And he owns up to it. And he takes responsibility and accountability for it.
Awesome. Thank you. Right now, Brock has been able to handle Roman pretty handily over the last few months. But Roman was able to rise up and give Brock a little bit of his own medicine. You think that'll have any effect on what happens on Sunday?
Well, I think Brock Lesnar's in for the fight of his life. And it's a very interesting main event because Roman Reigns is the guy. Roman Reigns is in his 4th consecutive WrestleMania main events. You're going into the Hall of Fame. How many WrestleMania main events have you experienced?
So many, and each one of them.
Personally, with you involved.
With me involved, I've had my share, but nothing like what's going on this Sunday.
Who can make the claim that, like Roman Reigns can claim, that they've been in 4 consecutive WrestleMania main events? Brock Lesnar can't even claim that. Roman Reigns is top of the food chain around here. So do I expect this to be easy? No. Do I expect this to be a long, drawn-out fight? Absolutely. Was Brock Lesnar going to walk away unscathed? No way. This is the fight of Brock Lesnar's life. And this is what Brock Lesnar lives for. When you were breaking all these powerlifting records, did you want to go up against a guy that could bench press 150 pounds? Or did you want to go up against a guy that would push you past your limits, that would make you bench press more and more and deadlift more and more, that smash your own records, smash more world records, because you knew you were pushed to your limits by that competitor? You're a competitor. You're a legitimate athlete. You know what that's like. Brock Lesnar knows what that's like. He lives for it. He lives for a challenge from someone like Roman Reigns. Give me 1 second. Dave? You're doing a wonderful job here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your contributions to this interview.
I appreciate it.
You know, it's noticed, and we bestow upon you great affirmation.
I know you love my work, so.
I do love your work. Thank you. I like how Bubba Ray Dudley carries you on other days, too. But thank you for being here. Excuse me for a moment. Thank you, Mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, my partner in crime, Dave LaGreca over there, had a couple of questions that he wanted to ask. And if that would be nice, if that would be okay.
If you wish for me
I would like
to talk to Dave, sir, it would be an honor.
Would you please? Like Dave is
there is no request that you can ask that I would turn down.
He is an extension of me. We are locked at the shoulder. That is my twin brother from another mother. I would like if you would be
then
so kind.
I shall bestow upon him the same respect and admiration that I shall bestow upon you for sir.
That's all I
Your
ask.
request is one that I could never deny.
You're undeniably, in my opinion, the best manager. And if I had another shot and I could go back in time, I would have been honored to have you stand at my side and preach the Mark Henry gospel. But right now, it's not about me. Dave has a couple of questions that, in his way of asking, I would love to see that.
I shall one day pontificate to the congregation on your behalf, sir. I assure you.
Amen.
It has been an honor.
Thank you, sir.
Just to sit with you. I'm going to go talk to this other guy now.
Would you please?
It would be my honor.
Thank you.
The hell do you want?
I know you don't want to look past what's going to happen
Hurry up,
Sunday,
we're
Sunday
running out
night
of time.
34. I understand that. If Brock is gone, if Brock does go,
If Brock is God,
if he's gone, if he does
if he's
leave,
God, if Brock is God, right?
if he leaves the
Oh, he's
WWE,
gone.
yes, gone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said God. You need to enunciate better.
True,
Take lessons from Mark Henry. That man is articulate.
very,
He is intelligent. Good, they say very.
very articulate,
He is educated.
very educated,
He's strong.
extremely strong, world's
He's
strongest
a,
man,
He's a man's man.
without a doubt.
And you should take lessons from him, sir.
We're a team, of course. His greatness is rubbing off on me. Can't you tell by this interview?
No.
If
Bubba! Help me, Bubba! Help me, Bubba!
Tommy. No.
if Brock does leave after WrestleMania 34, my fear as a fan is I don't want to see Paul Heyman gone. I want to see him in the ring. I want him to be the advocate for somebody else. Is there someone else on the roster right now that you could fill that role for?
Yes, and he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight, and his name is Mark Henry.
Okay, Ronda Rousey. Is there any chance that you could be the advocate for someone like Ronda Rousey?
There is no one like Ronda Rousey. There's only Ronda Rousey. Why would you say someone like Ronda Rousey? Name one other woman in history that has accomplished in mixed martial arts what Ronda Rousey has accomplished. That's like saying someone who can go in between WWE and UFC like Brock Lesnar. There's no one like Brock Lesnar. There's Brock Lesnar. It's like saying, show me a strong man with the diversity to be emotional, to tear up on television, to be funny, to have comedic timing, and to be a serious contender that puts your ass in the Hall of Pain like Mark Henry. There's no one like Mark Henry. There's Mark Henry. So don't say to me, would you be with someone like Ronda Rousey? There's no one like Ronda Rousey. There's Ronda Rousey. So if you have a question for me regarding Ronda Rousey, just ask me direct about Ronda Rousey. Ask a direct interrogatory, get a straight answer.
Would you like to be the advocate for Ronda Rousey?
I have no comment on that at this time, sir.
I know time is short and you're a very busy man, but you mentioned Mark Henry.
Tommy is short?
Time is short.
Time is short. It doesn't make time a bad person.
Not at all. Can you give me or share with our audience a Mark Henry story?
Yes, I can. Go back and watch Mark Henry lure in John Cena, sucker him in, and rip him limb from limb. And you will see a performance, the level to which we should all aspire when we go out on television on Monday night. Now, after the body of work that Mark Henry had put together in this industry, before that performance, he could have gone out there and just made it happen. But he brought something to the table on that night. Because Mark Henry has always understood that every performance you give is only an audition to be invited back to the next TV. And it's with that humility that we should all approach our performances in this industry.
Really appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
We're done?
We're done.
Thank God.